Hello, I'm Robbie Fowler and you're watching Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to Redmen TV as Liverpool come away from Stamford Bridge with a 1-1 draw and a much deserved point. Before we talk about the match, let's have some of your Facebook comments though. Let's start with, I'm going to go full on pronunciation with this, Jerome Erat. Yes, boom. GCSE French. And not enough allergy, apparently. Fair result for a pretty sound performance overall. I guess missing them 2 chances at the end doesn't make things easier, but gotta be happy with a point. And I have to give extra props. What am I on today? For the use of the word gotta, which is PR Scouse. Christopher Einarsson. I'm happy with a point. Our goal made us much more confident, but it's a shame we couldn't snatch the win yet. Completely, Christopher, completely. Ross Campbell, Jose Enrique had an absolute stormer. If Johan didn't play particularly well, but nice to get a point at the bridge. You'll never walk alone. Yes, Alexander Kospenda says, Suso, Mr. Impact, what a player. Okay, Jamie Dawn, a long one for him, says didn't play well and got a point at a side that have been flying. We could have nearly nicked it. Nice to see Enrique had a good game. He was due one. A couple of additions in January and we won't be that far away. You'll never walk alone. Yes. And Denny's Goozle to round up says, I swear Enrique was crap. Yeah, no, he wasn't. And you know what? Fair play. The first half, I have to say, you know, it was Niall Quinn, who was the co-commentator on Sky Sports, gave the man of the match award to Jose Enrique. I can't actually particularly argue with that on the balance of every player on the pitch. Particularly second half performance. First half, I just felt a little bit. He was great again. We've said this about Enrique time and time again. When he's running, I quite like him. He's powerful. He's direct. He's actually got quite good feet as well. He knows how to beat a man when the pressure's on. It's just sometimes his choice of pass leaves a little to be desired. There's a couple of opportunities where he's bombed on. He's got into their half, and then he's just played a stupid pass and given possession away. And at half time I remember thinking, God, if only we just had someone boss to play in that position. And I think I commented that on Twitter at half time that if Johnson had been able to get that far up the pitch, he'd have had a far greater impact, I felt, than Enrique. Obviously the second half we changed it round, and Enrique was just a beast. An absolute monster, defensively, attacking. He plays that ball through to Suarez, first time through ball to Suarez when he ends up in a one-on-one. So unlucky. A funny thing about that, actually, you know, so Suarez, he gets clipped by Czech, he goes down as normal, probably realises that if he gets booked for simulation, he's missing the next game. Straight up to his feet, fantastic. And if anyone wondering why you need to get stop Suarez from diving, that's it. Have him be on 4 yellow cards, and that should solve the problem. But no, he was great again. He tormented. It's a shame he couldn't get a goal from I say open. It's technically open play because Carragher's flicked it on. But great to see him get another goal, and you know, 8 goals in the Premier League this season. You know what, people were saying he wasn't a prolific striker, and you know what, you look at, like, they were talking about this in commentary as well. The goal he scores last week is literally just, it's perfection. This week, that's a proper striker's goal. You know what I mean? Hanging around the back stick, picks up a little bit of space, takes a chance, and he gets a free header and scores. Fantastic. That's a natural striker for me, and you know, long may that continue. Touch wood, fingers crossed, and all that bollocks, like that he can stay fit till January, because he is absolutely vital, which we all know. So it goes without saying, really. Around the rest of the team, first half, I actually quite like the way we lined up. I quite like the way that tactically speaking, and the first 15-20 minutes, just Chelsea just didn't get anywhere near it. And I remember saying, I watched it with my dad, I was saying, ooh, I wonder what Chelsea are going to do. I'm a bit worried. What will they do when they get the ball and they just put it straight out of play? Amazing. Because we put them under pressure, we made them think twice, we controlled it quite nicely. You have to say though, I mean, you can see the goal like that. I actually just want to go, and I've said it before this season, and I'll say it again, just let us go 90 minutes without someone just fucking something up and costing us a goal. Because every time we make a mistake or something stupid happens, we can see the goal, and it seems to throw our game plan completely out the window. there's going to be a load of people jumping on Howard Webb's back, you know, oh, he's in Fergie's pocket. If he's in Fergie's pocket, he wants Liverpool to win that game today because he doesn't want Chelsea to get any more points, does he? Think about it. But it's just unfortunate, you know what I mean? It's the referee, it breaks, and they end up eventually getting the corner and the goal from it. Daniel Agger, criminal. Absolutely criminal. People clamouring for man marking. It's just have a way with themselves, like you mean, because that's what happens with man marking. If you lose your man, he will score. With zonal, I'm not a fucking coach. I can't tell you the full ins and outs of the difference between zonal and man marking. But that area, generally speaking, where John Terry cropped up would have been marked, is my understanding of zonal marking. So there, yes. But no, Daniel Agger, he's had a stinker there. He's got to hold his hand up. I like the way that he just blames people around him. Why not? I think that's the true professional approach. That's what we called the Peter Schmeichel approach in the mid-90s. Fucks it up, shout at everyone else to deflect attention from yourself. Magic, well done, Dagger. No, it was a shame first half though, as I say. I thought we controlled nicely. The goal, their goal, basically took the wind out of our sails, and we were pretty rubbish for the remainder of the half. It's a shame, really. I like the idea of Suarez and Sterling up front. It's going to cause problems. Where our real problem lay, though, was Joe Allen had, by his high standards, a pretty poor game today. And it wasn't even, I don't necessarily think it's his fault. It's that when you're playing against, you're playing in the defensive midfielder role against three of the best, you know, attacking midfield talents in world football. Helps to be an actual defensive midfielder, and Joe Allen isn't that. It was crying out for Lucas Leiva, and that just showed me there, just a little sign that if Lucas had been in there, we'd have had a much more solid foundation, and perhaps we'd have been a bit more cohesive in an attacking sense in the first half, certainly, although it mattered a little bit less in the second, because the way we switched it around, we just looked a lot more effective in general. Bold move again by Rodger, switching it up. Suso, people clamouring again for him. Yeah, fine. You know, he did look. He warmed into the game certainly, but you know, his first like 3 touches, he just gave the ball away or miscontrolled it. So, you know, again, he's 18. He's not quite there yet, but he is a heck of a talent and potential. But on the whole, yeah, fine. I just wish we could have snatched it, and I don't think it would have been entirely deserved, because although yeah, we dominated possession wise, we had a far better pass completion rate than they did, and even though they had more passes, I think in the final third, we actually completed more passes in that area of the pitch. I think Chelsea probably would have been a little bit unfair on them, given the more clear-cut chances fell to them. You know, Brad Jones makes at least one great save in that game, couple of bits of stout defending and get us through. So yeah, but sometimes I won't. Football can be cruel, and it's not. I like it when it's cruel to the teams that we play. It would have been lovely just to nick one, and no one deserved the goal more than Jose Enrique at that chance near the end. So it's frustrating, and similarly to the derby, it almost feels a little bit like points lost rather than a point gained, you know, even though we've come from a goal down. But no, I'm happy. We said on the subscriber show this week, you know, that if we get a point from Chelsea, we've got far more winnable games in the future. We've got to focus on them, and if we can just keep the confidence ticking over, we're still, you know, we're coming on a nice little unbeaten run in the league. That's great. It's not we're not setting off fireworks in an attacking sense, but we're just being solid, and we're chugging along, which is just fine, and then hopefully get the reinforcements to January. Anyway, we'll be back midweek with the subscriber show as always. We're on the Netflix charge. Have a free trial on us. Try it for the month. Like it, keep it, yada yada yada. Then it's just £2 a month. 2 hours of content every week and more. So it's definitely worth checking out. Please do. We'll be discussing this game in far more detail than I'm able to ramble through. Enrique playing the ball over the top.
It was a fucking amazing pass. I don't know if he meant it.
Well, he said this. They've been working on it, haven't they?
Have they?
Has he been working on it on FIFA?
It was a fucking hell of a ball. Like, it was fucking perfect, and the timing of it as well. It wasn't just that it was a good ball.
Yeah,
it was perfect.
Well, it's not, because I watched it back before, and part of you is like, is he just hoofed it? Has he just fucking hoofed it, and Suarez has just got on the end of it? But you see, Suarez makes the run, and then the ball comes. So it's not
literally where he passed it from. That's in line with us, isn't it? So I just saw the ball come straight in. I looked down. I'm like, where's this going? Louis. Oh, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? And then he just basically creamed himself when he did the rest of it. Like, there's fellas in the cot with umbrellas. I'm going.
Yeah. as well as a number of other subjects. I think theoretically it should be Jim Boardman and Sean Rodgers from the Anfield Wrap should be our guests in the studio, so do tune in for that. Promises to be interesting on the redmentv.com, but if you can't be arsed, then we'll have the match previews as always, you skinflint bastards. Anyway, yes, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show today. Hope you've enjoyed the game. Hope subscribers enjoy the subscriber show, and I hope new subscribers enjoy last week's, next week's, and you know, the rest ad infinitum. Thanks very much for watching, and good night. Ta-ra.